What's up guys, welcome back to another This Week in Gaming video. We have some trailers to go over, we have stuff about the Nintendo Switch getting sued, plus there's a lot more stuff, so let's get right into the news. The Nintendo Switch has another legal battle on their hands with Gamevice. Gamevice is saying that Nintendo infringed on their patent because they made attachable handheld controllers for mobile devices, and they're saying that Nintendo copied these. They're asking that the Nintendo Switch get a cease and desist order against them for all Nintendo Switches coming into the United States. Now, the United States International Trade Commission said that they are investigating this, but they have no word yet whether this claim is valid. Here's what they said. The products at issue in the investigation are controller systems with parts that attach to two sides of an electronic device, such as a smartphone or tablet, and the parts fit into a user's hands and have gaming control. Now, as usual on things like this, Nintendo had no comment on the issue. We won't know anything more about this until an investigation is done, but this isn't the first time that Gamevice has tried to sue Nintendo. Back in October, they sued them for the Wikipad, saying that they infringed on their patent for that, and that was for tablets, and basically it was an all-in-one device where you could slide your tablet in and have controllers, game controllers for both hands, and that case was dropped, and it was determined that Nintendo did not infringe on that patent. So we will see what's going to happen with this, but let's say Nintendo loses, the Nintendo Switch may not be able to come into the United States anymore. We will see what happens. I'm highly doubtful. Nintendo has a really good legal team to get by these things. I'm sure they get sued all the time by these smaller companies that want a piece of the pie. But we will see what happens with this once the investigation is done. So Rockstar has released a brand new trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. In this trailer, they show more of the story and they show more of the characters that will be in the game. So this is the official description for the trailer. America 1899, the end of the Wild West era has begun as lawmen hunt down the last remaining outlaw gangs. Those who will not surrender or succumb are killed. After a robbery goes badly wrong in the western town of Blackwater, Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang are forced to flee. With federal agents and the best bounty hunters in the nation massing on their heels, the gang must rob, steal, and fight their way across the rugged heartland of America in order to survive. As deepening internal divisions threaten to tear the gang apart, Arthur must make a choice between his own ideals and loyalty to the gang who raised him. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an epic tale of life in America at the dawn of the modern age. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to the first Red Dead Redemption. It takes place before the game where you play as John Marston. And in this trailer, there was a shot that looked like to be John Marston, and he has cuts all over his face, and he has a neck held to his throat. So we're probably going to learn more about how he became the character he was in Red Dead Redemption. And this game takes place in 1899, and you're trying to, it looks like it's the end of the era for the Outlaws, and you're trying to determine what to do as the main character, Arthur Morgan. It looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait. This is probably one of my most anticipated games in the last 5 years. Comes out October 26th, so make sure to keep an eye open for that. So if you remember a few weeks ago, I talked about how SNK will be releasing a Neo Geo Mini. They showed off a picture of the console that was draped under a cloth, so we had no idea what it would look like. But it looks like SNK leaked what the Neo Geo Mini would look like to YouTuber Spawnwave, sending him pictures of what it would look like as well as the games list. So I saw these pictures and I got really excited because I think it looks absolutely amazing. Basically, it is a bar top arcade system with a joystick and all the controllers and a 3.5-inch screen in it. It has stickers across the top and it has a really cool look to it. It showed the ports as well that will be on the console itself, so you'll have an HDMI out, so you can connect this to your TV. There will be ports for other controllers, so you can get more controllers and play multiplayer games. And it looks like this console will be powered through USB-C. They also released the games list, and it looks like there will be 40 games on this console. All of the great SNK games, from King of Fighters to Samurai Showdown to Metal Slug. There's a bunch of other ones that I haven't played that are on this list, and I'm really excited to jump into them and try them. Overall, like I said, this looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. It's a cool little bar top that you could just have around. You have people over, they want to play a quick Neo Geo game, they just go to the bar top and they just have fun playing it right there. I'm really excited for them to finally actually officially release it with the pricing and the release date and everything, because I will definitely be pre-ordering this and I will definitely be picking up. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Neo Geo Mini. Do you like the look of it? Are you excited for the games coming out of it? I would like to know. Let me know in the comments below. If you love the Nintendo Pro Controller, you will be happy to hear that if you play games on Steam, you can now sync your Nintendo Pro Controller to Steam. You will have to get into the recent beta for the newest Steam update, and you'll be able to sync your controller. It's relatively easy, and will even take advantage of the gyro controls. The Nintendo Pro Controller is probably my second favorite controller. It may come up to being my first one, but I don't use it nearly as much as I use my Xbox One controller, which is my favorite controller. The Xbox 360 and the Xbox One controllers have always been my favorite controllers for my hands ergonomically, but I'm really happy that you can now use the Nintendo Switch Pro controller on Steam to play games, because it is a really good controller, and it's one that having the ability to use it is just an advantage to anyone who uses controllers on Steam. So we got more information on the state of the Nintendo 3DS. After their investors call last week, they had an investors Q&A, and there were a lot of questions about the Nintendo 3DS because they talked about the Nintendo 3DS selling through 2019 and further. And Tatsumi Kimishima clarified this, saying, "The 3DS has ample software lineup at a price point that makes the system affordable, especially for parents looking to buy for their kids. We expect that demand to continue this fiscal year as well, so we will continue to sell the product." Given that the Nintendo Switch is a home gaming system that can be taken on the go, the situation may change if it grows from being a one per household system to a one per person system. But the price of the Nintendo Switch is not something with which most parents would buy a system for every one of their children in a short period of time. Moving forward, we will work to ascertain what kinds of play people want, which price points, and as long as there is such a demand, we will continue to sell the Nintendo 3DS system. I see the product coexisting with the Nintendo Switch at this point in time. I talked about this in my other video. It makes complete sense for Nintendo to continue to sell the Nintendo 3DS. If you take away video games from this and you look at this strictly from a business perspective, like Tatsumi Kimishima said, it's a great price point for entry. If you have lots of kids, it's a lot easier to buy them all a Nintendo 3DS rather than a Nintendo Switch. There's great games on it, and it's easily accessible for a lot more families than the Nintendo Switch. We got a new trailer for State of Decay 2 coming out on May 22nd. This was a gameplay trailer, and it showed off all the different characters and the different styles that you can play, basically talking about how can you survive in this game and what you need to do. I'm excited to try this out. It is an Xbox exclusive game. We haven't got one of these in a pretty long time, and if you bought the Xbox Game Pass for $1, you'll be able to try it out for only $1, I mean, which is a really good deal. So I'm really excited to see what it's all about when it comes out on May 22nd. So God of War, as we know, is an amazing game, and it is now the best-selling PlayStation 4 exclusive to date. It sold 3.1 million copies in its first 3 days, and this is really awesome. It really deserves it because of how good of a game it is, and it also shows that single-player experiences like this are here to stay. So that's your news. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, leave a comment down below about any of the things I talked about, and I'll catch you in the next video.